Good morning, students. Let's start with the reference to context back again. I'm sure you all have your Merchant of Venice workbooks. We will start with Act 4, Scene 1 again, the intensive questions in your workbook. Right, I want you all to open to page 287. It is the extract number 82. Now before that, we do have some extracts. You can always practice them. If you have any doubts anywhere, please do let me know and I'll help you. Right? Now see, we have an extract here. Antonio's speech it is. I have heard your grace has taken great pains to qualify his rigorous course. This is the first, Act 4, Scene 1, the trial scene. This is one of the first speeches of Antonio, where he's talking to the Duke and he tells the Duke that, yes, I've heard a lot that you have tried to change Shylock and you have tried to convince him to be merciful towards me. Right? You remember that speech, I'm sure. What has Antonio just heard the Duke saying? Now, of course, this is the speech of Antonio's. Just before that, Duke must have said something. Antonio had just heard the Duke saying that he feels sorry for Antonio. Why? Because he was unable to change the stony heart. This person with a stone heart, and he also feels that because of him, because of Shylock, Antonio had to come here to answer him. So he feels that he's a person who's stone-hearted and a bad and cruel person who has got not even a single drop of mercy towards Antonio. Right? So he says here, the answer could be like Antonio had just heard the Duke saying that he feels sorry for Antonio, as he's here to answer or to defend himself against a stone-hearted person who is incapable of showing any drama of mercy. You can perfectly write that answer down. Now let's move to the next question. What is the rigorous course that is referred to? Now, of course, this question has got two parts. You just have to take one at a time. Will that rigorous course be modified upon advice? Well, in the above lines, Antonio refers to the strict court proceedings. Rigorous course means the strict law proceedings that cannot be changed. So no, this rigorous course cannot be modified or changed upon anyone's advice. Why? See, because Shylock is determined or obdurate, and there's no lawful means to save Antonio from his clutches. This is how you can write this answer. Right? You have two options here. You can choose and write the proper answer. Please understand in any question, if you see two parts of the question, take one at a time, right, and solve it. Now after that we see here, account for why Antonio feels armed to suffer with quietness of spirit this rage of his enemy. Why do you think so? Antonio is now well prepared. Why? Because Antonio knows, okay, Antonio, he already knows that even the Duke was unable to convince Shylock of taking this case away or to, he is quite sure that even the Duke cannot save from Shylock's clutches. And that is why he says here, right, that he has prepared his soul to suffer. Now see here, the answer according to the book here, Antonio feels armed to suffer with the quietness of spirit this very tyranny and rage of Shylock because of his obdurate behavior and also because no one was able to convince him nobody was able to convince him to be merciful towards Antonio. Nobody could actually convince Shylock to be merciful towards Antonio. Let's move to the D part. What further attempt does the Duke make to obtain mercy from Antonio? Mention the psychology he tries to use in this matter. Now, just after this, when Shylock enters in, the Duke actually calls him into the court. He tells everyone to make some space so that Shylock can come and stand right in front of them all. He even says that Shylock, we all believe that maybe you are being cruel towards Antonio, only, to scare him. We all believe that the end or by the end of this case or by the end of these proceedings you certainly or you will suddenly change into a more how merciful person. We believe that maybe this act of cruelty that you carry is temporary, it's not permanent. And very soon you will surprise us all by being merciful towards Antonio. Right? So here Shylock is talking to the Shylock is no, I'm sorry, the Duke is talking to Shylock. See here, Duke took great pains to qualify Shylock's rigorous behavior, his rage. However, it was fruitless. Later, Duke tried to convince Shylock by telling him that we all believe that this act of your malice will change at the last hour of act and you will show mercy in a more strange manner. Means they believe that suddenly Shylock will act as a merciful person. What stand does Antonio Antigonus take at the commencement of the trial? Well, at the commencement of the trial, Shylock informs the court that he intends to get justice. Now, Shylock's behavior was that he really wanted justice, nothing else. Now, this is how he was acting. However, we as audience are well aware of the fact that he wanted to take revenge from Antonio, right? So he says here, at the commencement of the trial, Shylock informs the court that he intends to get justice, and that he has sworn by his holy Sabbath to have the due and the forfeit of his bond. So he actually made it very clear to the people who were present in the court that his main concern is to take the penalty, which was a pound of Antonio's flesh. He was not at all bothered or worried whether Antonio would survive or not, but he was only concerned that he was in need of that pound of flesh. Right? I hope this extract is clear. I want you all to go through it and see if you can write answers. See on page 288, we'll do one more question, 83, extract number, question number 1. Why does the Duke employ this tactic in dealing with Shylock? Now, why do you think so? Duke was acting as if he could change Shylock's attitude towards Antonio. Let's see. Duke employed this tactic in order to convince Shylock that the people believed that this passion of his malice would suddenly change at the last hour of act, and he might show mercy on, after seeing the losses that have accumulated and ruined the merchant of Venice, right? So that is what the Duke was thinking of, that maybe Shylock will change his course or his attitude towards Antonio. Okay, the rest we will do in the next video, right? Thank you so much.